Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm Rod Matos, and today we're exploring a topic that directly impacts anyone who's ever filled a prescription, whether just once or on a reoccurring basis. We're talking about pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs. These companies play a major role in determining drug costs and which medications are available, but most people don't fully understand how they work or the power they wield in the healthcare industry. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of PBMs, how they affect drug pricing, and the big players who dominate this space. So let's dive in. So what exactly is a PBM? PBMs act as the middleman in the prescription drug supply chain. They're the negotiators between drug manufacturers, insurance companies, and pharmacies, working on behalf of insurers and employers to decide which drugs are covered, negotiating prices, and set reimbursement rates for pharmacies. They wield considerable influence deciding how much patients pay out of pocket and which medications make it onto a plan's formulary, or list of covered drugs. But PBMs do more than handle logistics. Their reach extends across nearly every aspect of prescription drug pricing, creating formulary tiers that impact access to medications. By setting up these tiers based on rebate deals with drug manufacturers, PBMs essentially control medication access. Now, who are the key players in the PBM industry? In the US, 3 companies dominate the PBM landscape. CVS Caremark, part of CVS Health, which also owns CVS retail pharmacies and Aetna Insurance. CVS Caremark is one of the largest PBMs. This size gives CVS substantial leverage in negotiating drug prices, but also raises conflict of interest concern, as they may favor their own pharmacies. The second is Express Scripts, a subsidiary of Cigna, one of the largest health insurers in the US. Like CVS, Express Scripts negotiates aggressively with drug manufacturers to secure discounts, but their closed-door negotiations raise transparency issues, leaving patients and employers wondering if they're getting a fair deal. Third is OptumRx, owned by United Health Group. OptumRx operates at a massive scale with considerable influence in drug pricing and access. As both an insurer and a PBM, United Health's reach raises concerns about competition and transparency. OptumRx's practices, like spread pricing, has sparked scrutiny, and we'll touch on that shortly. Together, CVS Caremark, Express Scripts, and OptumRx control nearly 80% of the PBM market in the US. This market power means they have profound impact on drug costs, patient access, and the financial health of pharmacies. PBMs don't just negotiate prices. They also set formulary tiers, which are crucial to understanding the cost structure of prescription drugs. Let's go through some of the main tiers. The first being Tier 1, generics. Generally the most affordable option, generic drugs are established medications available at lower prices. PBMs then encourage these due to lower costs. The second tier is also known as preferred brands. These brand name drugs come with PBM negotiated discounts, making them less expensive than preferred brands. Tier 3, also known as non-preferred brands, these are costlier due to lack of discounts, and PBMs often steer patients away from them by placing them in higher cost tiers. And last but not least, Tier 4, also known as specialty drugs. This tier includes high-cost treatments, often for complex conditions like cancer. Specialty drugs may have the most restrictive coverage and highest out-of-pocket costs. Here's where rebates come into play. Drug manufacturers offer rebates to PBMs to secure better tier placement, boosting the drug sale. The PBM keeps a portion of this rebate and may pass a fraction to the employer. While these rebates can help offset costs for health plans, they don't always mean lower prices for patients. In fact, the rebate system has faced criticism for incentivizing higher list prices, which are set to allow for larger rebates without impacting the PBM's profit. Next, let's talk about spread pricing, primarily used for generic medications. Spread pricing can be a substantial revenue source for PBMs, often rivaling or exceeding revenue from brand name rebates. Here's how it works. Imagine a generic drug has an average wholesale price of $30 per month. The PBM negotiates an 80% discount with the employer, bringing the cost down to $6 per month. But here's the catch. The PBM reimburses the pharmacy $2 for that drug, keeping a $4 spread as profit. Meanwhile, the pharmacy likely pays the national average drug acquisition cost, or wholesale rate, which might only be 30 cents. So while the employer believes they're getting a fair rate at $6 per month, the actual cost of the PBM is a fraction of that, creating a substantial markup. The pharmacy keeps a small portion of this difference, while the PBM keeps a much larger share, maintaining the illusion of cost savings for the employer. This entire process relies on the AWP, a figure many in the industry say is inflated. It's even jokingly referred to as ain't what's paid, because it's often disconnected from actual acquisition costs. This artificial pricing gives PBMs room to negotiate substantial discounts while still turning a profit on the spread. CVS Caremark, Express Scripts, and OptumRx all engage in spread pricing, prompting increased calls for transparency from employers and legislators alike. PBM practices have sparked debate and prompted lawmakers to push for greater transparency. There are several legislative efforts that are underway to address these opaque price tactics, such as the Pharmacy Benefit Manager Reform Act of 2023. This specific bill, the Senate bill, seeks to limit deceptive pricing tactics, requiring PBMs to put clients' interests first. The second is the Protecting Patients Against PBM Abuses Act of 2023. This bipartisan bill would restrict PBM revenue to service-based fees, potentially reducing spread pricing practices and increasing transparency. And last but not least, the Drug Act, H.R. 6283. Focused on Medicare drug cost negotiations, this bill aims to lower prices by granting the federal government negotiation power, aligning with broader transparency initiatives in healthcare. These bills, along with regulations like the Transparency and Coverage Final Rule, represent a push for greater transparency and accountability in drug pricing. In summary, PBMs play a massive role in shaping prescription drug costs, but their business practices often remain hidden from view. CVS Caremark, Express Scripts, and OptumRx hold enormous influence, and their focus on profits affect us all. Legislative efforts to bring transparency to PBM practices are underway, but for now, it's crucial to understand these dynamics. By knowing how PBMs operate, we're better equipped to make informed decisions and advocate for meaningful change. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the healthcare industry. Let's continue to keep this conversation going. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.